Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about why I Mongo push. Normally what Mongo pushing is, if you don't know, is when you push with the front foot instead of your back foot. So for example, I ride Goofy, and normally what you're supposed to do is your front foot, which is your right foot, is in the front, and you push with your back foot, which is your left. That's how a normal person would ride a skateboard. Mongo pushing is not a popular method of pushing. It's actually looked down upon in the skating community. But why is it that I push Mongo? The reason I push Mongo is because when I first started skateboarding, I was 12 years old. My little cousin, who introduced me to skateboarding, I asked him, how do you ride a skateboard? And he told me, well, what are you, righty or lefty? I'm like, I'm a righty. He's like, well, you're gonna push regular. So you push with your right foot, and you put your back foot, you put your left foot on first, and you push with your right foot. So I did exactly that for the first 6 months of skateboarding. I practiced my ollies, I practiced my shove-its, my kickflips, my heel flips. My first flip trick was a heel flip, but in a regular stance. So I did this for the first 6 months, and you know, everything was cool and all, but the thing that I lacked the most was balance. Whenever I would ride and try to go street skating with my cousin, or even friends that I met along skating, I would always be in the back. I would always be falling just because I had zero balance. And so I just got tired of it, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try skating the other way. And I noticed I had all the balance to skate Goofy. So I proceeded to skate this way, but what happened, I ended up not moving to the left foot when it came to pushing. So I already had the habit of pushing with my right foot, so I just kept it that way, and I just moved it, and lo and behold, I am a Mongo pusher now. And so I think I could have gotten rid of that nasty habit. When I say nasty, it's because when you look at, you know, people who either want to sponsor you or want to, you know, or big companies that look for the style in skaters, they do not like Mongo pushers. Not saying that there aren't any Mongo pushers that aren't pro. For example, Terry Kennedy, I've seen a couple of videos. I can't quote which video I saw, but I saw him pushing Mongo, and I was flipping out. I was in shock, just because I never see pro skateboarders that push Mongo. That being the reason why I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of saying, yeah, I'm a Mongo pusher, but I'm actually kind of proud, even if it looks a little nasty when it comes to style. My switch game, I'm not any good at street, but flat ground, my switch is close to being more than just decent. You know, it's not in the intermediate level, but more so getting to the advanced level, just because I have had those 6 months prior to switching to Goofy. And whenever the first trick I always do on a game of skate would be a switch pop shove it. It's always funny because when I do my switch pop shove it, I have the stance, I don't look like I'm actually doing it switch, and so it'll screw with people's minds, and they'll be like, you did a pop shove it, right? And I'll tell them, no, I did a switch pop shove it. They're just like, you're not regular? And I'm like, no, I'm Goofy. I just like the reaction that people get sometimes, because it's just like, you know, I'm actually pushing, you know, in a way that will trick people into thinking I'm that particular stance, but in reality, I'm the opposite. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because this is one of the pros to pushing Mongo. Your switch looks as if it's your regular stance, and a lot of companies will look at your switch game and will notice whether or not you have that particular technique, and I think that's a good thing to have. Why don't you try to change your stance? I've tried, honestly. I've tried for, I think, throughout my whole skateboarding career. I don't have a career, I just skate for fun. I have been skating for about 8 years now, and every so often I'll have like this, like, yeah, let's go and push regular today. And I try it maybe for like 10 minutes, and then I'm just like, I get so impatient because it's not working. Like, I'm trying to push regular, but it's not comfortable, and I could be spending my time trying to learn a new trick or getting a new line. That would be better for me. So that's what ends up happening, is I just get tired of trying and I just push Mongo. Later on today, I'm gonna be doing a couple of demonstrations of how I push. Now, you guys already know how Mongo pushers push, but I'm gonna be recording a couple of things. One is I'm going to push the way I normally do, which is with my right foot. I'm just gonna do one push and see how much distance I get, and then I'm gonna push with my left foot, which is the regular way of pushing, and I'm going to see how far I get there, and I'm gonna compare the two. So that's one test that I'm gonna do. The other one is I'm gonna push and see how much I can balance on each foot. So that's another one. And for when I set up for a ollie, and this is just a way to see for myself, to see whether it actually benefits me. Just like it's hard for us to push regularly, and I do believe it's possible, it's hard for other people to push Mongo. Now, just because they are always asking me, like, how do you push Mongo? And I'm like, it's just like you push your regular stance. It's all just because of habit. So I hope you enjoyed the clips that I'm about to show, and leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe if you're new. Alright guys, see you in a bit.
Okay, so I'm going to be starting the way I regularly push Mongo. So I basically covered around 2 blocks if you were to count the lines on the wall. Now let's see how I push regularly. You can see already that I start slowing down earlier than before due to the fact that my left leg is weaker than my right. Now let's go test the balance on my left foot. Okay, so you can see that I've already been on my left foot for long enough. That's just because I have balance on my left foot. Now let's test my right balance. Okay, so that wasn't too believable. Let's do it again. This time I went in for a little bit longer. Okay, so the reason I'm showing you guys this clip is to show you guys how it's set up without pushing. Mongo pushing is one of the reasons why I cannot push while I'm going too fast. Let's say, for example, I'm carving in a pool and I need to push in order to get out. I have to rely on my pumping skills so I can attain that speed in order to get out. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, And stay tuned for the next video. Alright guys, see you later.